The Western Cape has seemingly been at the forefront of pushing for speedy and radical progress when it comes to getting to grips with the country's energy crisis. But what role has big business played in easing this load, and what do the particular partnerships entail? We speak to some of the role players involved. Ayesha Ismail reports.
Energy analysts say they've seen a huge increase in businesses generating their own power, which lightens the load on the national grid. More options and incentives are available to businesses.
The finance sector has really developed a number of options for businesses to procure energy that requires no capital investment from them. So, for example, we have what is called a power purchase agreement. The service provider will own the system, and you just pay for the energy that is provided at a reduced rate. One example of this, a recent example, is the Atlantis Foundry in Cape Town. That was a 14 megawatt size, so a really big plant, reducing their energy cost by 20%, and that is on a power purchase agreement. So they had no capital investment required.
He says that by investing in alternative energy, the private sector is doing its share in contributing to economic growth.
This is a multiple tenanted building. There must be 20 companies that work here and maybe 100, 200 people that work in the building. And the solar installation at the moment, when the sun is shining, takes up all of that load. So between the hours of around 10 and 2, this building does not draw much from the grid, if anything.
Sage says this building is on a roof rental agreement.
We as the investor actually pay the landlord an amount to rent their roof space, and they generate their own clean energy directly onto their own grid and just pay us for the energy that they generate. The investment case is really built on generating your own power and then offsetting what you would draw from the grid. And then there's that added incentive of being able to sell any excess energy that you have into the city's network. So the City of Cape Town currently has a 3-year incentive in place where they actually add 25 cents per kilowatt hour in order to make that investment case a little more juicy. So yes, that's an added benefit.
He says with the company having multiple sites on weekends with little to no occupancy, the excess energy generated is put directly onto the City of Cape Town's grid. Ayesha Ismail, Cape Town.